Hello, this is Vaishnavi Gargi Shanmughan, aka Sushie. Welcome to Queens and Crownz. For the people who doesn't know about me, I'm a fashion designer, fashion choreographer, and a pageant coach. And today we're going to talk about Miss South India 2025. So today we're going to talk about Miss South India 2025. Miss South India is very close to me personally because from childhood I've always watched the pageant in the TV, and eventually I badly want to be part of it. And in 2014 I got an opportunity to train a model, Alina Catherine Amman, and we won it. So after then, I had put my sweat, blood and everything to train a lot of models to Miss South India, and we went on to win a lot of crowns. That's the main reason which is very, very close to me. And now here I am today to review the 21 contestants of 23rd edition of Miss South India. Miss South India is one of the oldest regional pageant in our country, India, along with Miss Kerala and Femina Miss India. Contestant number 1 is Aishwarya Padmakumar. Aishwarya was part of Miss Queen Kerala twice. The first in 2023, she couldn't make it to the top 10. And second was in 2025, she made it to the top 6 and she got a direct entry to Miss South India. And talking about her styling, so she maintained a sleek, straight hairstyle and a very normal gown. And if she really want to do something really good and crack South India, then she has to step up her game and work on her styling. Second contestant is Ammu Nair. She's an Instagram influencer, very good model. But if you talk about the pageant thing, she's not much experience in the pageant, but she's an amazing model. I really love her skin tone and she has a beautiful portfolios. When it comes to pageantry, I saw her sashing ceremony and the prelims. It was kind of a little weaker. Maybe I don't know if she has done by herself, it's her own styling, or maybe by the organization. She has to step up and have to create her own styling for the finale, and let's see how she's going to present herself in the finale and how forward she can go in the pageant. The next we have Anit Maria Joseph. She's a very conventional beauty, she goes to any pageant. She's very much of prototype for, such kind of Femina Miss India kind of a beauty. But she's very, very raw. I don't see her more experienced. But when it comes to sashing ceremony styling, her dresses were completely wrinkled. It was not properly ironed. I think, these are the small things that she has to concentrate. And these are the things where people usually, girls usually mess up and lose their competition. So I think she's not really experienced, but we'll see how far she goes. Contestant number 4, Aishwarya Ullas. Aishwarya Ullas was also the first runner-up at Miss Queen Kerala. She's very short, sweet, but she's very strong. I feel she's kind of, dark horse. Sometimes you just watch the entire pageant and you will not expect someone to win, and then she is someone who turns out to be like that. She had a great styling during the sashing ceremony, and I also saw the bridal fashion shows and also prelim. She was good. She was not that great, but she was far better than a lot of contestants so far, and I feel a strong personality, and if she's really silently moving her cards well, I don't know, maybe she can end up in the top 6 and also grab another runner-up crown. So the 5th contestant is Bhavna Ravi, another dusky beauty in the pageant. I have no idea why. I really love dusky girls when they compete in the pageant. And Bhavna Ravi was also the finalist at Miss Grand India in 2024. So she is having a little of pageantry experience. And when it comes to the Miss South India, when I saw the styling, not up to the mark, but still she has a lot of her works to be done, and maybe her modeling experiences or her photo shoots or print shoot might help her in deciding what she has to choose for the finale. And actually in the prelims, though her sashing ceremony was not up to the mark, but prelims was kind of better than previous photos what I saw in her. Contestant number 6, Devi Priya. What an amazing costume she wore during sashing ceremony. I loved it. Comparing to all other person, this is one of the top 3 costume or the styling that I really liked during sashing ceremony. And When you talk about the pageant experience, I think Devi Priya comes under with a lot of pageant experience. She was part of Femina Miss India, top 8, Femina Miss India Tamil Nadu top 8 and Miss Universe Tamil Nadu top 6, and not to be forgotten, she also won Catwalk, Miss Rampwalk award at Miss Universe Tamil Nadu. So she's somewhere strong, one of the strong girls. She's also dentist, so she's kind of more, confident when she talks and everything. And she's from Chennai. I think she's the first, she's the only two participant who's representing Tamil Nadu. And Tamil Nadu has been doing a really well job at Miss South India. They've recently got like main crowns in 2017 and 18, and eventually always placed in the top 3. So we'll see. As so far, Devi Priya is actually doing and playing her cards really well. And I hope she gets another title for Tamil Nadu. And the next contestant is Durga Surendran from Kerala. Well, to talk about Durga Surendran, I have a lot of things to talk about her. I have seen this girl from 2022, I remember, because she took part in Miss Queen Kerala thrice. Not once, not twice, thrice. First time she made it to the top 10, and then she didn't give up. She took a break, she came back again. Then she made it to the top 6. Again, she took a break of 1 year, and then she came back in 2025. Not second runner-up, not first runner-up. That girl ended up winning the main title of Miss Queen Kerala, so that she gets a direct entry to Miss South India. She has done her all homeworks and everything. She has worked on her grooming. She's worked on her styling. Well, maybe the sashing ceremony styling, it was not really up to the mark. Or I don't know, maybe she's trying to play underdog, or she's just keeping her things very cool and calm, because she's the only title winner, state title winner participating in the regional pageant this time, apart from another contestant who is Liz Moon Jacob. So yeah, let's see how she's gonna present herself. But one negative that I would like to talk about her is she's more like the rehearsed personality. I just want her to calm down, and maybe, I really like her personality, the groomed and the pageant personality. Let that be, but also make sure that her real personality is bursted and shown what she's really about. And maybe, she'll be having a good advantage to make it to the top 6 and win a back-to-back crown for Kerala. Next contestant is Farnaz Ibrahim. She is a model, and previously she has participated in Miss Earth India, and she was placed among first runner-up. So apart from that, there is no pageant experience, but in a very modeling department, she has a lot of experience. She has done a lot of shoots and everything. But overall, if I don't see her to be a strong threat, or someone who can actually easily win it. So as of now, I'm going to place her somewhere between top 15 and top 10. Next, we have Anna T, another social media influencer and a model and a dusky queen. Well, talking about the pageants, she's not really much active in the pageantry before, but maybe she has done here and there 1 or 2 modeling projects. Again, when you talk about the styling, there's a lot of little lower energy in the styling, and I think this time Miss South India organization have kind of selected a lot of social media influencers. They've given concentration on those social media influencers so that they can promote their organization. Maybe she's little of weak, and let's wait and watch for the finale how she's going to present herself. Next, we have Kaustubha Chandru, and she is a little pageant patty girl. She has been part of a lot of local regional pageant, and also she was part of TGPC Miss India, and she is also trained by Cocoberry. So there is a certain kind of pageant energy in her. But what I see her as a kind of a dark horse, because she's actually kind of a silent killer. Maybe people will not really expect things from her, and then the reason why what I'm trying to say is because I really loved what she styled herself during her sashing ceremony, and also during the prelims and the fashion shows. She kind of played her cards really well, and who knows, she might be not the tallest contestant in the batch, but she has something to be delivered, and I think we have to have an eye on her. Contestant number 11, Lizmon Jacob. Lizmon Jacob is not a very unfamiliar name. She's already the winner of Miss Kerala 2 years ago. Apart from Durga Surendran, if there is anybody who can actually give competition right now, it's Lismon Jacob, and she has already proved her worth in the pageantry. So as I said in the introduction, that Impresario Miss Kerala is one of the oldest pageant along with Miss South India, and winning Miss Kerala is not an easy job. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna have little, I'm gonna look out for this girl because she is kind of, she has fixed her performance position in the top 6 with her experience in the pageantry. So it's gonna be easy cakewalk for her to land in the top 6 for sure. And later on, it all depends how she's gonna deliver answers and play her cards well to win the crown. We'll see if she's going to make it. And when you're talking about the Miss Kerala, we have a huge long history of Miss Kerala winners participating in Miss South India, starting from Gayatri Suresh and Elizabeth Tadikaran, and then we also had Ansi Kabir, who all ended up being in the top 2 of Miss South India. So Lisbon is not someone to be avoided at all. Next we have Maria Catherine Tom, again representing Kerala. Maria has, I think she participated in Vanita Miss Kerala last year or maybe this year, but she is a typical conventional beauty, it's not an unconventional beauty. She has this typical conventional beauty, but what she lacks is that strong confident speech when she talks. I kind of feel like, when it comes to talking skills, it's kind of little lagging, and apart from that, she's really good. So I'm talking about the styling during this opening sashing ceremony and the fashion shows. It was okay. There are a lot of contestants who were really bad, but comparatively, she was really good. She was not really good, but she was kind of okay. We have Maunika Reddy. Maunika Reddy is from Hyderabad. The things what we have to notice about Maunika is she's already a Lulu Beauty Queen winner from Hyderabad. You can actually ignore Lulu Beauty Queen winners because 2 years ago we had the same winners from Kochi, and Harsha Shrikant, who went on to win Miss Queen Kerala, Miss South India, even Miss Queen of India. So Maunika has already proved by winning the main title of Lulu Beauty Fest that she knows to talk, she knows to walk. She has already implied her performance. She doesn't look strong. She's not showing off. She's not putting all her energy outside just to play underdog. But I feel like she's someone to be a dark horse for sure. So because she's already proved herself, and I saw her interviews and I have seen the way she talks, there is a sense of confidence that she hold on to hers, and I'm damn sure she's going to put really a good foot forward during the competition. And I could literally sense that thing, that the way that she is dedicated to herself in the prelims. So I think Maunika is someone whom I'm not going to take my eyes off. We have Muskan Nair. Muskan Nair is it's a very known name. Because this is the second time she's taking part in Miss South India. Every time I see, there are a lot of contestants who keep coming, and most of the contestants who try back at Miss South India, they almost end up winning a lot of crowns. There are so many examples. If you take Shweta Nair and Reema, and there are a lot of people, Samriddhi Shetty. So these are the girls who actually took part in the pageantry. They lost it and they came back again and they won it. So Muskan is kind of following the same path, and she was part of Miss South India in 2024, which is one of the toughest batch that I've ever seen, and she was in the top 6. She was also in the top 6, and also she earned, I think she won the title Miss Andhra Pradesh. Yeah, that's the title that she won. And this time I think she knows, she has corrected her mistakes. She knows how to, what to prepare, how to prepare and everything. She has come with all the preparations. And if I'm not wrong, Muskan actually competed with Charishma Krishna, who was one of my students who went on to win Miss South India in 2023. So she has prepared, planned, she has done all her homework, and she is here to win the crown for sure for her state. So next we have Paurnami Murali, again another contestant from Kerala. I just love her because the way she had imposed herself during the opening ceremony with the curls and the perfect gown and styling. So far, she is one among the toppest contestant who presented the best way in all the days of Miss South India. She maintained. One thing is like I really love the way she kind of puts her curly hairs. You know, I think that is her identity, and the dresses what she chose for every event, even during the fashion shows and also during the prelims. I think this girl did not disappoint me at all. So along with Devi Priya, who maintained her dressing style and styling, I think Pavanami Murali is one of the strongest contestants in all aspects. And she also has a lot of experience in pageants. She was part of Vanita Miss Kerala and also Face of Arakkal, I believe. Yeah, so she has experience. She couldn't win it, but she landed in the top 10 in both the pageants, I believe. But she has rectified all her mistakes, just like Muskan, just like other contestants. Few of the people who are actually trying to, like Lizmon Jacob. So she has done her homework really well, and right now she's in my top 2. So if she's winning the pageant, I don't know, maybe sentimentally I really want her to win the pageant. Next we have Riya Sunil from Tamil Nadu. She was also part of Miss Universe Tamil Nadu in the top 6, and Riya Sunil is a very unconventional kind of a beauty. You know, she's not the typical conventional beauty, but she's very unconventional. But I think there is a lot of preparation that she has to be put in. So far the stories and the pictures and everything what I saw in her, she's a kind of a very happy-go-lucky kind of a girl. I mean, I don't know if she is really interested to win the pageant or she's just trying to have a chill kind of holiday vacation, because this time Miss South India is going to happen for 14 days. So they're doing it for 14 days. So she's kind of chill. Maybe that is a game plan, but as of now she's really good, but I don't really see any kind of a gameplay. Nothing. She's not putting a best foot forward, and I don't see her as also as a dark horse or something. But she's okay. She's good. Maybe again, fashion ceremony she was okay, prelims she was okay, not up to the mark kind of a thing. But again, this time in the finale, what she's going to do, how she's going to perform. Maybe that's her ideas or whatever it is. Let's see. So next we have Sania. Sania is one of the, I don't want to say weakest contestant, but she is the most ungroomed contestant in the batch so far. Because I don't think so nobody wears wedges for the pageantry. Wearing a wedges is completely a underconfident person who doesn't know how to carry yourself in the heels. So I see a lot of drawbacks and withdrawals in her. Maybe again, I really don't know. There were a lot of other girls who were actually good in the auditions. There were more taller girls who were more pageant prepared girls. But selecting a profile like Sania, I don't know, maybe she has a better story to tell and that is why she got selected. But I don't know how much of that story will help her get into the top 10 and top 5 or even to win the crown. But so far she is one of the ungroomed person. Maybe, I don't know, she can just enjoy the pageant this year, try to learn things and go back and then get groomed, work on her styling and everything, and especially learn not to wear wedges but only stilettos or heels for the pageantry, and then come back and then maybe she can win the crown. We have Sonali Yadav. When I saw her profile, she looks completely different from other contestants. She's not that kind of a person who follows in the pageantry prototype. I don't know if she's the youngest contestant so far, or she just is dressing up in a way. I kind of feel like she's more like a Gen Z kid, and even during the styling with all those fringe hairstyles and all, I don't know. I really don't know how to place her. But our game plan is completely different from other contestants. So far, I'm not really getting that kind of a vibe that she's really interested to win the pageant or something. Or maybe, I don't know, she's just having this prototype of dressing and being that cool child or cool kid in the gang of 21 contestants just to make herself look so different. Again, even in the sashing ceremony and in the fashion shows, she was not someone who actually kind of impressed me. But yeah, we can't tell anything. And Miss South India is something which always surprises me in the finale, because there will be a set of girls who actually does perform really good, and there are some performance, some girls who doesn't even be noticed, but when the results come out, you find one or two, these two girls from this dark horses group who make it to the top 6 or even end up winning the runner up crown. So I really don't want to ignore her because she's not against the beauty prototype, though she doesn't fit in the conventional kind of a thing, and she's neither unconventional too. I don't know where really to place her, but I really want to know how far she's going in the finale. But right now I'm going to place her in the top 15. Okay, so next we have Shweta Manoj, again from Kerala. It's not a very non-familiar face. She's a very familiar face. She was also part of Miss Kerala. She was a Miss Kerala finalist, and I see her like she has a huge body transformation, maybe from fat to fit kind of a story, and I see she's putting a lot of effort to create a history, and she's trying to put in her, I could see her dedication level and then hard work. She's a very kind of a silent and subtle beauty, and the only drawback back of her is that she's just soft. I want her to be little more outspoken, little more expressive. It does matters even in the costumes and everything. You can't just hide yourself and be in a very little comfort zone. And I think that is what Shweta Manoj is like. She's just in a comfort zone. She has to come out and experiment a lot of different styling, and then try to put herself really out forward. And then we'll see what is her placement gonna be. Next we have Soumya Thomas. Soumya Thomas was the runner-up, second runner-up to Durga Surendran at Miss Queen Kerala. Soumya reminds me of two girls who actually did a wonderful job in pageantry. One is Chandralekha Nath, second is Harini Mohan Nair. She has a similar kind of a beauty, that kind of a round shape, and then similar smile and styling, whatever I saw in Chandralekha and Harini. So similar kind of. But when it comes to talking, when I kind of researched on her, she almost spoke in a native language, that's in Malayalam during Miss Queen Kerala. Maybe it works there, you can actually talk Malayalam because you can be very proud of your languages. That does really matter. But when it comes to South India, there are girls competing from all other states, so you can't stick on with your native language. You have to talk in English. And when I try to see her few of her English, speaking in English, I kind of felt she's little underconfident in that department. But beauty wise, I really feel like she is really good. The way she carries herself, the way she's presenting herself, like even in the sashing ceremony, apart from Monica and apart from Devi Priya and apart from there's another Liz Mon, I think she's one among them who stood herself, like a proper styling and everything is done. Even during the prelims and also the bridal fashion show, she was really good. But Miss South India is also a lot about talking. You have to do your introduction, then you have your question answers, then you have your common question answers. So she has to really speak up and talk when on the stage during all the 3 rounds. So if she is not really confident talking in English, I think that's going to hit her really bad. But she has a slight Malayalam slang, but I don't think so that's going to be a major problem. But all she has to do is to be very confident and speak from her heart and make sure she continues her legacy and win and try to be in the top 3 of Miss South India. Next we have Sri Lakshmi U, another Kerala contestant. I don't know really why we have a huge list of contestants from Kerala and she's one among them. She totally reminds me of Paurami, but little in a sweeter way. Sri Lakshmi is more of sweet, bubbly, happy-go kind of a girl. I don't see that kind of a spunk in her. Is she a pageant party? No. Is she like a social media influencer and a model? Like, yeah. So she's good. Her personality is good. She's like very bubbly and everything. But is she good enough to win a crown? I don't really see that in her. She's still raw and fresh. Maybe again, she's one among the girl who has to literally maybe take part in pageantries, more than 2 or 3 pageantries, and then get nice of experience and exposures, and then get groomed and then come back again, maybe next year or after 2 years. So yeah, so that's about Sri Lakshmi. The last contestant of Miss South India is Supriya Gowda. Well, you know what, no matter what she's doing, if she's not placing in the top 10, if she's not placing in the top 6, I'm damn sure she's going to grab one crown, that is Miss Karnataka crown, because she is the only contestant who is representing Karnataka so far. We have a lot of contestants from Andhra Pradesh, we have a lot of contestants from Tamil Nadu, we have a lot of contestants from Kerala, but from Karnataka we just have one contestant. So yeah, she is definitely winning Miss South Karnataka title. But talking about the presentation and her placement in Miss South India, she is not really a pageant patty kind of a girl. She's more like a modelist kind of a girl. She has a lot of model experience. She has done ramp shows and shoots and everything. But I don't think so those experiences really kind of help them in the pageantry, maybe around like 10 to 20%, but she seems to be a little weaker in the confidence level of talking or maybe presenting herself. Again, so we'll just wait for her, and anyways, no matter what, she's anyways going home with one of the crowns, so I'm happy for her. This is so far the 22 contestants in Miss South India. But what I feel is, they, in the name of inclusivity, they have tried to get in a lot of different kind of profiles. I mean, in this past 22 years, we had a different format or a certain profiles who get selected at Miss South India. This time it's a kind of completely vast. It's like, you have someone who has an international modeling experience, someone who is completely into social media influences and completely different. But when you judge the overall batch, I don't think it's one of the strongest batch at all. I mean, whoever is winning this pageant, it is going to be a cakewalk for them. It's not going to be really tough. I have seen a lot of tough batches when Samriddhi won in 2022, 2024 when Harsha Shrikant won, and even long before that in 2014 when Alina won, or even in 2018 when Lakshmi won. So even in 2021 when Ansi Kabir won. So these were the batches which had the kind of a strongest profile competing against each other. It was almost like a bloodbath, when we see the top 10, we were like, we couldn't guess who can actually make it to the top 10 or a top 6. But I think I have a clean and clear cut of names who really is going to make it to the top 6, and the real competition is going to start only after the top 6 announcement. So here are my top 6 predictions, and after calculating and after going through each and every pictures and profiles and going through what they have done and how they have prepared. I mean, it is not easy to judge them through social medias. I had to go through the profiles, pictures and videos and again and again and again, and then come to a conclusion, because from 21 to choose the 6 names was very easy, but from these 6 to properly put them in the rank, it was kind of little tough, because the only strong contestants I feel so far right now are these girls. So in the 6th place, I would actually place Devi Priya. In the 5th place, I have Aishwarya Ullas. She comes up with a lot of experience. She has also proved her performance in Miss Queen Kerala. But drawbacks her are little, she's, even in Miss Queen Kerala, she had a little weird and bad kind of a styling. I think she has to concentrate on that, because her Insta Reels styling is more better than her pageant styling. So if she's working on that, she might, go up. But as of now, I'm putting her in the 5th position, Aishwarya Ullas from Kerala. My fourth position, it's kind of a little heartbreaking to tell this name because she's my sentimental favorite. My 4th position goes to Paurnami Murali. But you know what? I really want her to win the pageant. I would be really happy if she's going to win the pageant. She is a divine beauty. She's a very unconventional beauty. I hope she wins the pageant. But I kind of feel she has, overall as a beauty wise, she's beautiful. She's presenting herself in a very nice way. She's prepared. But there are a lot of chances that she messes things up at the last minute, and there are a lot of examples in the previous years, taking Livia Liffey or even Alina at Miss Queen of India, though they were really good, but when they came to the almost top 6, they kind of mess up something. It can be the hairstyle or something like that, and I want Paurami to maintain her curls, give that real good hype to her curls, and maintain that serenity and divine, the kind of calm and sensual kind of beauty she handles. She has to maintain that even when she's answering. I think her only drawback is the way she's talking. I kind of feel a small pinch of a lag when she talks, so maybe that is where she might be placed in the 4th. But if she's working on that, I would be seeing her in the 1st place. But as of now, I am placing her in the 4th place. Okay, 3rd place. That's like the second runner-up. My bet is Monica Reddy. As I told before, she is a dark horse. She knows how to play her cards well. She has already won pageants. She has proved herself. So winning at the pageant is not at all a big dilemma for her. She is actually doing good. She's playing, she's trying to be a little backward in front of others. Maybe people really doesn't notice her, but she's actually playing her cards really well. But I don't see her in the top 2, but second runner up is sure shot she can easily manage to clinch. Okay, now comes the second place. That's the first runner up. My bet is none other than Durga Surendran. I mean, Miss South India has, like, I don't know, from past few years, it's been like an easy thing for Malu girls, especially someone who has a Pegasus pageant history. And Durga is someone who has participated in Pegasus pageant almost thrice, Miss Queen Kerala thrice. So this is a 4th attempt. So it's not going to be a very tough job for her. And as I mentioned before, she's fully prepared from the grooming, from her hair, keeping it as a straight. She has a frizzy hair and she made it straightening. And then she's gone to all the levels to groom herself and make look better. But as I said before, only a personality. I can only see the groomed personality, but I can't actually see her the real bubbly person, what she is actually. So if she's mixing up, and then maybe, she can just go forward for the main crown. But as of now, I see her as a first runner-up at Miss South India 2025. So my number 1 spot prediction for Miss South India is none other than Lizmon Jacob. I mean, you don't have to really think twice if it is Lizmon. She has already proven her caliber at Miss Kerala at Impresario. So it's not really easy to win Impresario Miss Kerala, and all the Miss Kerala girls who went on to Miss South India, they have almost placed in the top 2 or top 3. Be it Gayatri Suresh or Elizabeth Tadikaran or even Ansi Kabir, they almost landed in the top 2 or top 3. So Lizmon is not here to settle below top 3, and so far seeing the competition list, she has an upper advantage because being a Malayali, she is very good at her speaking skills. She's too confident, and the way she talks and presents herself is an excellent positive point. So in that way, she has an upper hand to defeat other contestants and place herself to win the crown. And these are my top 6 predictions for the 23rd year of Miss South India. That's Miss South India 2025. So these are my reviews and my prediction of Miss South India 2025. And I wish all the best to all the girls. The days are not yet over. You still have a time to buckle up yourself and change the entire game. But as of now, by seeing the competition, these are my top 6 and my prediction. And anyways, I'll be back soon with different videos and different reviews and different tips and tricks regarding pageantry and modeling and everything. Until then, this is Sushie signing off. Bye-bye.